Welcome back, everyone, as we go into our second match of the final regular week of our season. Today we've got raysfire and Bismuth, and this is actually a surprisingly big game for Bismuth, as Feeney taking that last game really making a difference to Bismuth now. If he can keep his wins going, he can maintain his position in the league, but if he takes a loss here, he will actually be below Feeney in the standings and potentially facing a higher seeded player. This could be a really big game for him, whereas raysfire is now here for pride. So which do you think is stronger, Catherine, who's joining me today?
You know, Rays has struggled quite a bit. I've noticed in the weeks that we've been leading up to this particular week. I'm hoping he does really well, but it may be down to cheerleading. That could be the thing. I don't know. As Bismuth has his resident cheerleader helping him on. I'm really hoping that Rays can get some more points and get past that 2-win losing streak that he's been having.
Yeah, I mean, standings up on the screen now, and you can see how close Bismuth and Feeney are there. If Feeney actually having the same amount of wins, but one loss more due to the extra game, but only 2 sets ahead of Bismuth at the moment. So this really is close. So we're going to go into our first level, which is a 55-second world record at Japanese Super Mario 3D World.
That's going to be interesting. 55-second world record is... It's going to be fun. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to be too long for them or if they're going to go for it. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, but Bismuth having the unfair advantage there because his cheerleader is not only there with him, but also bringing the pom-poms.
The pom-poms. Yeah, especially the sparkly ones. Those make all the difference. Looks like Bismuth off to an early start here and checking these trees for power-ups, not finding any. Rays going the same kind of route here. Bismuth just a couple seconds ahead in the clear pipe and finds the end of his life, unfortunately. Dropping out, looks like a troll level. Aye.
Yeah, raysfire seeing that same drop that Bismuth saw and confirming his suspicions, because he was already looking at skipping earlier in that level, but that being the key to him skipping. Maybe
yeah, that might
a
be
key and a hidden block.
Indeed. I'm wondering if it's actually on the first screen before they go into the question mark block. Let's see if Bismuth tries out that route. Looks like Rays has just decided to skip and going on to a very starry, spiky coin level, which might be more suited to getting further in this game.
Yeah, definitely something our runners are more used to, these sort of platformy speedruns, as he takes a spike
that was
millimeters away from the flag.
It looks like a lot of them were either full jumps or predictable jumps, and that last one was a bit short, and that's pretty unfortunate because his first run was just brilliant through that level.
Yeah, so Bismuth deciding to skip that level also, but raysfire getting the extra couple of seconds this level, he understands it a little bit more than Bismuth will now.
Indeed. Coming close to the end, I'm just like at the edge of my seat. Can he make it? Yes, he does. What a relief for him. He's first one to post a point on the board. raysfire 1-0.
Yeah, learning from his mistake from the first run there, so able to do it, but we'll see how Bismuth copes now in his second go. See if he can also adjust for that jump.
Ray's going to a level called The Middle, puzzle solving and themed. Oh, and Bismuth takes a clear. It is now tied up 1-1. And raysfire on an interesting level. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be obvious where you need to be going on this level. There's coins suggesting you go everywhere, although that is the same trick you see on a title level screen with a plow block to drop all the coins down for you to collect. raysfire trying to skip the subworld and pow jump over the top and succeeding, but only finding a 30 coin for his efforts.
Oh, and looks like that was intended by the level creator to give that tiny little prize, but he just jumps right off the edge and nullifies his advantage in that. Bismuth checking out those coin trails up there. Let's see if he's going to do the same thing, but chooses an easier method. Just drops the POW and decides to jump on top of it instead of doing a wall. What do you call it? Like not a mid-air jump. What do you call it? A POW drop?
POW drop, yeah.
POW drop, right. Thanks for that.
Great to see these two runners now literally perfectly in sync, although that jump there splitting them up a little bit, but raysfire carrying the POW with him. We'll see if it comes in handy, but it appears like it won't.
Yeah, and we're now tied 2-2. Well, it's a nice clear. Oh, this is quite exciting for them both to be on the same levels, neck and neck.
Yeah, really close. A real shame that raysfire went for that 30 coin. Obviously, didn't know it was there until he got there, but cost him quite a bit of time trying to get that power drop sorted.
Yeah, indeed, he had quite a bit of an advantage by skipping that troll level early, but it's gone now, unfortunately. Oh, and a ghost house level. Yay! Darkness. Woo. How thrilling. Oh no.
Yeah, there really is nothing more terrible than not being able to see where you're going for the jumps. But this one you can't jump, as if you leave the floor and then you touch it again, you will not have the clear condition anymore, which just makes these little steps even more challenging for the two runners because they have no idea what's coming up ahead of them, so they have to take this level with real caution.
Yeah, it's interesting. I almost never see runners play these no jump levels like that are like this, without obvious shells to jump on or enemies to bounce off of. They are almost always quite slow, these types of levels. I'm really surprised that both of them went for it. And Bismuth is continuing onward. Wow.
Yeah, Ray again skipping really early. Oh, Bismuth just slipping off that ledge.
Oh,
But Ray taking another early skip, probably the smart decision.
Yeah, still going for it. raysfire, meanwhile, going past that goose, which was adorable, and onto an auto-scroller, a fast auto-scroller level, taking a death in the lava there. Couldn't quite... Oh, look at this goose. Isn't that great? Or is it a duck? Is the connect two shores? I can't tell.
I don't think Mario is the place to discuss neck length of birds.
You never can tell. We could be doing Untitled Goose Game. Well, they put one in here. It's even got a you know what? That is like a military, a tank goose. Did you see those the cannonballs being fired out of the wing? It's like,
yeah, definitely weaponized.
Weaponized goose. And Bismuth still struggling onward with this level. Wow, he's pretty brave getting this sorted out here. Oh, going wisely under those claws. Making sure he doesn't get picked up.
Okay, raysfire now just watching a snake block make his way. The goose is angry.
Oh no.
It's all gone wrong.
It's gone very wrong. Bismuth taking the clear, putting his score up 3-2 against raysfire. Wow, it looks like his persistence paid off. He gets a new world record with that, and now he's going
oh no,
Oh.
raysfire! That was horrid to watch. A whole level ruined by a snake block just tipping the bomb too soon.
Wow.
He pokes the goose in the eye to sort of get his revenge before going back into this auto-scroll section.
I looked up the level name, which is Antideophobia, which means a fear that somewhere in the world a duck or goose may be watching the person who is suffering from the phobia. That explains the angry goose eyes.
That is... I never thought I'd hear the phobia so specific.
I know, but they have names for these things, and obviously people suffer from these things, and that's pretty rough. I mean, imagine if that person was a farmer and had geese.
They would be watching then. But Bismuth struggling with the auto scroll section there, not quite making up on that jump as raysfire again getting to the end of the level and taking the flag, beating the angry goose duck.
Couldn't get the better of him. Good job. It's now 3-3 tied up. And yeah, hopefully Bismuth can also figure out what to do now. He misses that snake block. I don't know if he didn't see it or just trying to get to the top or figuring out what to do with this dry bones. raysfire, meanwhile, moving on to the next.
Well disguised as a tail. So not the easiest thing to see.
The blue-tailed, red-eyed geese. Those are the most dangerous. Oh dear.
Quite a long snake block route.
It is. raysfire, meanwhile, dying to some rising lava. That is most unfortunate. He has to figure out how to get past there. He saw a pipe, but there was no entrance that he could safely enter it with. So brings a Koopa shell now, and yeah, there he goes, getting the on-off block to provide an entrance to the red pipe instead.
Yeah, and Bismuth not making the same mistake with the bomb, so he cleared that level much quicker than Rays did.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I feel I must say the word groan for everyone in chat. And we see the reaction from chat. Oh dear, dear. Meanwhile, Bismuth now on the rising lava level. Raysfire doing really well here, clearing it by the skin of his teeth here, or the flick of his tail. No! And gets himself into hot boiling lava. Rough times.
Yeah, real shame there. He's decided to skip the level, putting too much time into it and using his last skip with just over 5 minutes left on the clock. So quite a brave skip, as Bismuth now making his own way into the rising lava section.
It is quite a long level, and I guess he felt like he spent more of the time than he wanted to. We only have 5 minutes left, and maybe that's what prompted this. And indeed, he takes another clear very quickly in this level. 4-3 in his favor right now.
Yeah, incredible lead earned by Raysfire. They're using his skips very smartly there, just to keep himself ahead, as Bismuth now trying to make his way through this rising lava level. We'll see if he also thinks you jump on top of the thwomps, because this is what seemed to get Ray, is he didn't realize there was height there.
And Raysfire on a level called Thrill. I wonder how thrilling it's going to be, or if it's more of a thrill for the creator than the player.
You know, I feel sorry for chat because the puns are just writing themselves, and it's not our fault.
It's not our fault. No, we cannot be held responsible for. Oh no, Bismuth dies to the lava, falling down, trying to save himself. He couldn't get through there, and yeah, the level didn't help him out any. Raysfire hoping to get his Yoshi back, but there's a most interesting. That's crazy level. He looks a tiny bit frustrated there. But here we go. Bismuth climbing up again. Getting to the on-off section of this level.
Yeah, chat questioning the score there, and I believe chat are actually correct, because Bismuth is skipped ahead of Ray, and Ray has used all 3 of his skips, so it would make sense that as a level behind, Bismuth is on the same clear total as Ray. And so I believe it is 4-4. Ray taking the time to boo his level.
Oh dear. That's when you can tell the levels really get to the runners, when it's like, nope, I don't care about seconds to win. I care about giving feedback on this either great or often terrible level. Oh, Bismuth finally getting to that upper section, racing the thwomp. Not really chasing, more racing. And Raysfire getting further as well.
Yeah, finally making his way through this spiny drop, and now in a weird on-off section with these thwomps turning everything on and off.
This is... I don't know if I've ever seen a level anything like this, and I see a lot of levels. Wow, that's wild? Interesting.
It's definitely one word for it. But he does take the tape, and takes a clear, lifting his clear total up to 5.
Did Bismuth clear that level, or did he skip? I didn't. I wasn't watching. I was watching Rays get through that last section there.
Yeah, as a member of the Protect the Yoshi Society, I was far more interested in how Yoshi was doing. I believe he skipped it using his last skip. But
someone says he cleared.
Oh,
nope.
So that puts it at 5-6.
Yeah, 5-6. All right. Looks like the automatic total tallier is not quite working on Bismuth's side there. Still shows he has 3, but he definitely has more points than that. Meanwhile, we are on to a spiky level for Raysfire. And let's see how he gets through this. Meanwhile, Bismuth getting into the tornado section of this interesting level. No, Raysfire dying to the spikes. And when Bismuth here in the Yoshi against the Spinies section and makes it through first try.
Easy.
Wow.
He tried to ditch his Yoshi. We all saw it.
We did, yes. It was tiny bit rough there. Poor Yoshi. No! Oh, he ditches it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, in the next section, the Yoshi was helping Rays with this. No, but Bismuth runs fast enough so that he didn't even have to deal with those little Galoombas there. Wow.
Yeah, but running too fast as the thwomp crushes him into the ground. Raysfire on quite a difficult section with the ice there, making a very pretty effect, but changing on-off switches sort of randomly.
Yeah, this is one of those strange levels where there's a lot of waiting kind of involved and timing to avoid those spikes as he tries to travel up there and get everything. Oh, wow. Wow, that was painful. Sorry, I'm like watching this. So, oh no, and Bismuth is on that spiny section and hoping he can gather Yoshi, and he does. Hooray!
Yeah, another boo from Raysfire, but Bismuth making his way through, this time taking the Yoshi with him, which will jam him, meaning you have to wait for the on-off switches.
Okay. He's getting through those little critters there. And hopefully he stays safe enough. Riding that thwomp upward and to victory. Nice. Another clear for him. I think is it now 5-7? Is that correct?
That's what I make it as, 5-7. So Bismuth currently sitting on a definite win for this set. Whether it was 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure it was 7. But
yeah,
Bismuth definitely taking the clear.
Yeah, chat is saying it is 5-7 right now. And Doomsday, one of our other runners, definitely. Oh, there comes the pom-poms. Oh, nice. Okay, so it is 5-7 according to the official score here, and Bismuth takes that first win.
Yeah, Oracle Milo going to take a brief moment to have a look at the bot and just make sure it's set up to count the clears correctly for the next round. But Bismuth going back and counting his levels just to confirm, definitely 5-7, Bismuth taking that set.
Okay.
I mean, we've been accused of being slightly biased towards Raysfire in the past, and now the bot is supporting us in that, so I think it's clear to say that Raysfire is just supposed to win everything, and he will finish first in this league this season.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, you know what? They say that AI may surpass our human collective ability to control it. So maybe this is the beginnings of that. The AI is asserting its opinions.
Yeah, as Link is soon to find out that Ganon has 4 wizards. So this could be an interesting level. 14-second world record, though, so these 4 wizards must not be the most magical.
No. Unless that's the AI's version of telling us the wizards will win within 14 seconds. You never can tell. Raysfire taking an immediate lead by clearing those Koopas quickly. Now we're on to an on-off section. And this is clearly taking more than 14 seconds, so obviously there's something that they have not found yet that could get them through this faster. This is the most peculiar setup here.
Yeah, I'm definitely believing that there's a dev door somewhere in this level. There's having to reset the room to get that P-switch back to get around this first little on-off section. Quite a challenging jump, actually, to make.
Yeah, indeed. Needing... Oh, no. Maybe not needing the Link tech. Bismuth got up there quite easily. Hitting the P-switch to get that other P-block section activated. No. No.
Commentator's curse, dragging him back to the ground.
All right. And both of them... Oh, Bismuth, maybe. No, not quite getting that last section there. But both players keeping on going, sticking with this level, even though it's costing them quite a lot of time. I don't know if they... maybe they are not aware, didn't look at the clear time or the world record time. But it might be time for a skip. Nearly 2 minutes spent on one level already.
If not a skip, at least a start over just to go and look for that dev door, because there is no way that you can play through this level in 14 seconds with how it is looking now.
Indeed. Raysfire finding a checkpoint first to get through that section. And we have a most interesting combination of enemies here. A tower of enemies.
What an absolutely amazing sword delivery system that was, though. The note block bouncing a sword back up in.
Wow. I like this. It's as if Kamek is like slingshotting that chain chomp toward people. It's kind of cool.
It does look a bit like that, yeah. As Kamek losing his mount.
We have more than magic wands here. Yes.
I'm wondering what that bomb up the top there is for, and what the timer makes for. I'm not sure if you have to wait a long time for that Munchkin to survive, or whether you actually have to try and kill the main boy Kamek, or how you have to do this, but there's a bomb at the top on top of that on-off switch. Bismuth is also still trying to get through this level.
I also wonder if they're supposed to go through the one-ways. Maybe they're supposed to stay on the other side and be a tiny bit safe. But it looks like, the Muncher probably will land on top of that bomb and provide some kind of respite for our players.
Yeah, releasing the P-switch and then the P-door to allow them to move on to the next level, but I'm shocked that Ray has only just made the decision to skip that level, because both runners have now put, well, nearly 4 minutes into it. It's a long time for no clears.
Yes. I wonder if it's one of the... Oh, and Bismuth takes the clear! Wow! I didn't even see how he beat that section, but obviously he did. It is now 1-0 in his favor.
Yeah, making use of the cheese in that level, which, we've got several players in chat, they're rapidly calling it out, and what it was is he took the P-switch from that first room with enough time left on it to keep the P-door open in that second room. Which just made it easy to slip all the way through, rather than having to wait for that bomb to be triggered.
And Raysfire is struggling with this level, needing to be Super Mario. Looks like the shell has a fire flower hidden underneath it. They might need to find a hidden block with a mushroom instead of becoming Fire Mario instead. Yeah,
I'm wondering if there's a technique maybe that you can outrun the shell somehow, or...
Looks like Rays is trying it. Hopefully that shell will come back, but it despawned, so he's back to the beginning again.
Yeah, there's got to be some way to hit yourself with this shell. Ray nearly catching it there and landing inside it instead.
Can you bounce it off the end goal block and just hit yourself then?
Where it's a dry bone shell, it would collapse when hitting the end block there. Both runners seem to have worked it out, but Bismuth getting very close to getting over it and landing on it instead.
This is a funny sort of, I don't know, half Olympics, half childhood track meet of like, let's go, let's try this funky thing. It's a hurdly thing. Oh, and Ray's fire
Ray's got
taking damage. Yes.
Don't take it again, Ray. Run. How heartbreaking would that have been to have seen him get the clip from the shell, but then get hit again and lose the super mushroom power up as well?
Well, I'm glad it didn't happen. So it's now Raysfire taking that clear. Is it... Yeah, it's 1-1. Oh, and it's not anymore.
It's 1-2.
1-2 in Bismuth's favor, yes. Bismuth finding that technique as well.
Now into a don't leave the ground level with many Bullet Williams, as they are so known.
Oh yes, and Raysfire not expecting what he saw there, needing to start over. Bismuth taking this. Oh, and he's choosing to be a little bit more strategic about the bullet bills. Or are they? I think they're bonsai bills, are they not?
I think their official name is Bonsai Bill.
Or these are the cat ones. These are clearly having ears and tails. Yeah. Oh, there are many of them. My goodness. And he finds
Bismuth
the flagpole.
bounced.
Yeah, it is now 3-1 in Bismuth's favor. Oh, Ray's hitting the ground. He's checking out the rest of the level, though. Well, not anymore. Oh, sparkly pom-poms. That makes the difference. Darn it. See, Ray's needs to get sparkly pom-poms. I think the light fixture in the back of his room is really cool, and I like the rainbow effect, but it might just be the low-tech pom-poms that are doing it.
Yeah, I guess that may be the case, especially when those lights behind him are ridiculously expensive, because I wanted some myself.
Really?
Pom-poms you can get from Amazon for like, well,
Yeah.
I was going to say £3, but I suppose in America land it'd be like $5. I don't know. American money doesn't make sense.
It doesn't? Oh.
No. You just spend it all on stocks and stuff.
On stocks, okay. Wow. Well then. Well then. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Rays is continuing on with these catified bonsai builds here. Hopefully he can make it to the end of this time. He is delicately going over and takes the flagpole. It is now 2-4 as Bismuth takes another clear. So Bismuth still holding a 2-clear lead over raysfire. And hopefully Rays can catch up with that. We still have 6 minutes or almost 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, but still quite a low clear count for 6.5 minutes into this level. Both runners using so much time into that link level at the beginning. As Bismuth level is just called Yup.
You gotta wonder about, why a creator would call it that. It's oh, hello Kaiser Block, how you doing? Glad to meet you. Oh jeez. And Ray's not finding an easy ending here. Looks like he's part of a funky troll level as well.
Yeah, but
Bismuth.
now finding the route that Bismuth took.
Nope. He is not getting through. Meanwhile, Bismuth trying and trying again this level.
This time on the golden Yup.
The golden Yup. You know what? That sounds like a really interesting name for a band or something. The Golden Yup. Raysfire trying to check every single block. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the thing is with these sort of levels is that you just hate seeing them because, there's just no way to predict for it. And Ray's now finding that cape, which is great, but there needs to be some sort of indication for the player in this level.
Yeah, I think the level designer thinks that the players are going to be magically psychic. And the particular type of psychic that can find hidden blocks that have power-ups, that sort of thing in them. Raysfire taking that clear, though, quite easily once he found that cape. And it's now 3-4 in Bismuth's favor. Oh, and he boosted the level. He is not amused by this.
Yeah, taking the time. Bismuth being extra cautious, checking for every single Kaizo block before he makes that clear there. Pulling it back to a 2-clear lead at 5-3. Ray now on his way to take his luck at Yup.
Yup and the Golden Yup. What a name. You'd think, like, you spend a while making a level and you might be proud of it, and then you just call it Yup.
I like to think that it's how the runners react when they hit those Kaizo blocks. So they take the jump and they hit the Kaizo block and just go, yup.
Indeed. Bismuth now on to a... I was going to say a speedrun level. It kind of looks like one of those, but it's not quite. We have many, many enemies trying to kill our players from every single level. We've got moles and hammer brothers. But Bismuth trying to cheese it a tiny bit by dragging one of these bombs back and blowing a hole in the roof here. Well, and maybe the sidewall, but dies, unfortunately, before he could make good on his plans.
Yeah, definitely a good idea from Bismuth there, because it would skip a lot of that back and forth thing. And you're right, it is set up like these speedrun levels you see where you go back and forth, but with a 300-second timer, speed is not required, and the intelligence that Bismuth has put into using the bombs to break the wall might just earn him that high five.
Okay, he's going for it again, noticing this side passage might be the answer. And there it is. Flag is completely hidden by breakable blocks. Now he just needs to make a nice little jump or get a damage boost. There we go. And he takes the clear. 6 now to 3 in Bismuth's favor.
Yeah, definitely earning that one. The flag was completely concealed, as you say, so well done to Bismuth for finding it, but actually finding it from using his head to skip a bit of a speedrun. Very, very well done.
Yeah, it took a lot of time to not do the level creator's intended or apparent route, I should say, not intended because obviously it's intended to get the blocks out of there. Meanwhile, raysfire taking that clear and Bismuth onto a crazy looking speedrun level with a lot of moving parts there.
Yeah, first real speedrun level we've seen in this set of games. raysfire was just as cautious as Bismuth was coming through that final part of the level, just checking for Kaizo blocks there. So that's him done on Yup, and we'll see if he works out this bomb on the wall as fast as Bismuth did.
Oh, he skipped it immediately. Wow. My goodness. Was just like, nope, not having this.
Yeah, real shame he didn't give it a little bit more time to look into it, but with just a minute and a half on the clock, you can't say that it was a bad skip.
Alright, and Bismuth taking that clear. Wow, the axe well hidden behind all of his on-off switches there. And he increases his... Oh no! raysfire just leaping through that level immediately. Wow.
Yeah, incredibly well played from raysfire there. Hardly even blinking as he races through that speed run. Clearly skipping the fake speed run to show how it's done as he goes into look before you leap, which Bismuth chose to skip.
And Bismuth going to 99.9% impossible, which is an interesting level title name. Oh, finding a Kaizo block. raysfire going into this on-off thing with invisible triggers here.
Yeah, gotta be careful in these levels. You don't know how well the level creator has actually designed the on-offs and how well timed they're going to be.
Indeed, and a lot of times it's different than the runner's specific rhythm as well.
Yeah, so Bismuth there just jumping on a skip and ramming his head into the spikes. Real unfortunate death for him. Ray avoiding that on-off switch by using the Koopa to jump, but unfortunately the Galumba leading him to his death. But Bismuth on another clear, sitting at 8 now with just 10 seconds on the clock. Incredible work from Bismuth.
Yeah, he's obviously going to take this game. Well played by both of them, but I think that first level, if only they had both skipped it quickly or more quickly than they had, might have not messed with them quite so much. Still,
yeah,
Bismuth managing 8 points.
Yeah, really good clear total, especially with 4 minutes spent into that first level.
There's one called, well, it's a level after 99.9% impossible. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Bismuth
I wonder
sighing
if that's...
as he types that into the Discord group chat so they can get ready on the next level.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's a reference to Grand Pooh Bear. I know he says that it's a level, you know. So
maybe, yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But hopefully, it's not the hot garbage style of level that kind of appellation deserves. All right, both players readying up, and there they go, off to the races.
I'm really interested to see what this level is now. It could be anything.
Looks like it is a very slow auto-scroller. Or no, it's just a an airship run.
So what's the trick here?
Yes, exactly. So it's an interesting conundrum here. See if anyone can get it in chat.
Ray did really well there, landing just inside that one way, as Bismuth just has this time. Oh, for hitting a Kaizo block on a track above him.
Goodness me. Wow. Yeah, all kinds of hidden fun stuff. Each of them finding that Kaizo on the track there. And Bismuth taking the clear. All right, first point goes to him, and he gets a kiss from his cheerleader.
Yeah, I mean, a minute into that game to clear that level is quite impressive. It definitely not an easy jump, mixed with all the other stuff in the level. It's
Indeed. Let's see if Rays can duplicate Bismuth's success there. Bismuth going into a level titled Most Interestingly as well. I have never seen a frozen ice coin before, flying before. That's... Sometimes people put the most interesting things in levels.
Yeah, especially with the burners below them, so they melt the coins anyway.
Indeed. Oh, raysfire finding that Kaizo block and helping himself to a point. Now it is tied up between both runners. Bismuth getting into a very spiky situation here.
But yeah, Ray really showing there that every second counts, now a minute behind Bismuth. The amount of knowledge Bismuth has into this level is incredible, as he chooses to grab the star and just jump over the top, grabbing that checkpoint.
And grabbing the pole as well. Wow, it's now 2-1 in his favor. Meanwhile, raysfire experiencing the levelness of this particular level as well. Oh my goodness. This level is such a weird one. It has like very little direction, and it's just interesting. Meanwhile,
yeah,
Bismuth onto airships.
Seems to be no punishment for letting the coins get melted by the burners. They seem to have set it up as if it's supposed to be time sensitive, and then not actually cared about the time.
Mm-hmm. raysfire taking a leap of faith there and finding some ground to land on. Hopefully he'll get himself to the end here. Oh, through the Bowsers in there, he takes the flag. And
Yeah,
it's now
brilliant
2-2.
We might get a chance to look at airships because Bismuth chose to skip it as raysfire enters the level.
And Bismuth in the desert now, looking at all these piranha plants, some of them breathing fire, others looking to nip at the heels. He goes
will
into
not
the...
see airships.
No. Falling Piranha Desert. Bismuth into the night zone of this desert. Hopefully it's a bit cooler for him, but looks like those piranha plants are trying to heat up the night there. And he dies to one of their fireballs. Oh no.
Yeah, real shame there. Quite a bullet hell sort of boss to fight your way through. So it actually gives raysfire a good bit of a chance to start catching up, as he chooses to go over the top whilst Bismuth looking at the bottom.
Yeah, it's interesting. raysfire has caught up quite a bit here, and they're both now going into the underworld. Hopefully they can both do better and get past this boom boom. This is a really, really rough situation here. Those platforms are... Oh, he found this nice safe spot there.
Yeah, extra tough with the piranha plants being on tracks as well. I mean, the fireballs aren't coming in the same sort of place every time. But unfortunately, both of them meeting their demise in that boss fight once again.
raysfire finding a power-up. Hopefully he can keep it here and get to that next section. Bismuth going down to fight Boom Boom once again.
Yeah, that power-up will make all the difference in this Boom Boom fight. A damage boost will get you through a whole cycle of Boom Boom, which, given that both players are making it through 2 cycles anyway, that could be the difference between winning and losing in this fight.
Indeed. Bismuth dying again to a fireball instantly. Oh, and his disappointment there. raysfire taking the tape there and moving on to the next level. He is in the lead by 1. Yay!
Yeah, massive. And, you know, raysfire not even needing that mushroom in the end, killing that Boom Boom without taking any damage to get through him. absolutely amazing.
And we go to another level that is brilliantly titled,
Yeah, really getting great titles today. Really
Oh.
descriptive. They really let you know what's coming in the levels, and it's level creators.
I'm experiencing a frozen screen. Are you? Oh, there we go. Maybe.
Oh, it's back. And
It's back.
we're back
Hooray!
just in time to see raysfire cannot skip over the top of the level. He must go down the pit.
Bismuth taking that clear. It is now tied up once again at 3-3. All right.
Joining raysfire in. Now, is this something you have to use the POW or skip with the POW? Because you can technically spin jump with a POW in your hands. It's just a little bit difficult to do, but it doesn't seem relevant at this point. Unless you needed to go the Thwomp route, which was the easier route there. But raysfire gonna take his chances with the burners, trying to make it through a very, very small gap.
Yep. And every time he needs to try, he has to wait another cycle of fire there. Oh, and misses it again. He's trying the lower route this time. Maybe that'll be better for him. Yes! Gets past that thwomp and takes the flag. So raysfire in the lead again by 1, 4-3.
Yeah, completely proved me wrong there, with absolutely no need for the power block to get past the thwomp. Just a little bit of intelligence and you can easily slip through and take the easier route there. raysfire securing the lead once again in this final set.
Oh, and Bismuth takes a death to the burners, forced to start over on that level. Oh, and raysfire immediately skipping that course.
Yeah, using 2 skips quite early on there in the big picture for raysfire. He's normally quite aggressive with his skips, and with 7 minutes on the clock and only 1 skip left, he could come to regret that decision.
Looks like we are on a quick speedrun level, and he's, lost his rhythm there. Decides to start over. Probably the best decision, since he probably, if it's a tight timer, he definitely couldn't make it anyway.
Yeah, that one way just slightly messing him up as he bonks his head on it. Bismuth again fighting the burners, but finding himself burnt in that little oven-shaped pit.
It's a shame we can't hear sound. At least the audience can hear the sound. I love the sounds of the coins being collected and all that fun stuff as they're going along there, and the icicles being broken. Yay! And Bismuth making his way, dealing with the spinies. Hopefully he can get past that fiery pit this time.
Yeah, maybe he'll have a look at the lower route like raysfire did. As raysfire now just needs to collect these last 5 coins with not much time on clock, but he just makes it. A second sitting on the clock. Really great work, but Bismuth has made it through to that flag as well. 5-4.
Yeah, he made a brilliant jump from the slow-moving green snake block through that gap and taking that clear.
Yeah, finding another airship level. The level creator playlist really not happy with them skipping the first one. They will play an airship themed level, and they will enjoy it.
And no, they won't. Bismuth also choosing to skip that same level. Meanwhile, raysfire in a very wintry scene here. Super Mario Bros. 3 style. Bismuth going at getting those coins. Racing through the speed run here. Meanwhile, raysfire finding a very tasty looking leaf. Hopefully that will help him in the rest of the level. Wow, and we have some flying ghost fishy things that are, looking to end Luigi's bid for the win. But raysfire, oh no, can he make it back up?
I thought he had the save there, but he didn't quite. Worth mentioning, Bismuth one-shotting almost that coin run, which has closed the gap between them, as it's now 5-5, and they're sitting in the same level. Although raysfire did just use his last skip, they are sitting in the same level, or were sitting in the same level. Sorry. That is how fast Bismuth closed that gap with that one shot. Massive, massive game.
Oh, raysfire taking a very, very quick clear here and moving on to the next level.
Yeah, really acting as an example there of how useful skips can be.
Indeed, getting the new world record at just over 7 seconds. Battle of Award 42. That seems like an interesting title. I wonder what that's about. Looks like we got a flying boom boom to deal with on raysfire side.
Yeah, very odd to see that so early on in the level. Normally you at least get a little bit of a level before you find a boom boom fight, but this time straight into it.
You know, I think this boom boom doesn't believe in guards in his castle. He's like, just let him in. I'll deal with them. You guys can go and have a snack. Oh, it looks like we have progressively harder boom boom. Some of them want traps in their domains here, as this one requires a saw to be jumped over or under.
Yeah, I like the layout of these levels because it looks like Boom Boom was stood on a balcony overlooking Luigi's entrance into his manor.
Indeed. I don't know why
Bismuth now making his way into that quick level that raysfire cleared with just a number of duck jumps. And there it is. That puts Bismuth now in the lead.
raysfire graduating to another level of Boom Boom's castle here. Now with the chasing bullet bills here. Are those called bonsai bills, the one that chase you? Is that what the difference is? Because obviously they can be different sizes or different colors, unless they're called different names. I'm not sure.
I thought the big ones were called the bonsai bills, and I have no idea what the red ones are called.
I'll look that one up afterward, I think. raysfire quickly taking that clear and moving on to a boss rush.
Another one,
Well then.
essentially.
Another one, yes. The scores show they are tied at 7-7. Looks like they need to defeat a Meowser. Let's find the... I'm curious to see what the level creator has in store for us. How we're supposed to defeat the Meowser, whether it's the traditional fire flower under a pipe, spitting out more fire flowers and just hitting him with fireballs, or whether we'll get some more creative kind of machinery in order to do so.
One of our players, Dimitri in chat, they're just confirming. Bonsai bills are big bills, bullet bills are little bills, and the color doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's an inclusive name for the bills.
It is interesting that they have the same name because they definitely have different functionality, because the red ones follow you. And I thought there might be a different name for those.
Yeah, Ray booing yet another level. He is not happy here.
Yes, both players are struggling quite a bit on this level. I think kind of lost track where they are. There is so much going on. raysfire getting through the earlier enemies, and Bismuth onto the Meowser. Looks like he only has 3 fire flowers in order to kill this Meowser. That's going to be a tough battle, especially if Meowser starts jumping around.
Yeah, Meowser obviously a very mobile boss to deal with, and quite challenging, especially with a lot of the time he spends off the screen, so a bit of RNG going into this, but the first to see Meowser, so a big mattering game.
And Bismuth getting that clear condition and the flagpole. High five from his cheerleader as he takes the lead here. raysfire still working through this level. Oh, he's at the Meowser, hooray!
Yeah, can he kill a Meowser in 14 seconds? That is the challenge. It's going to be close.
Yep.
Will we see overtime? Not if Meowser's playing that game, we won't.
No! Oh no! Meowser getting into the lava. I think he was behaving much better for Bismuth. But raysfire working so hard on killing this Meowser and gets the flag, but it's too late, alas.
Yeah, that was so close to getting the overtime there, but Bismuth getting the 3-0 win. Massive win for Bismuth, securing his place above Feeney and getting him a slightly better seed into the playoffs. Really, really well done. We're just going to see if we have any runners available for interviews since they are currently sitting live. Hopefully we'll be able to get them in.
Yeah, Bismuth getting his end of the match clear and cheer and kiss.
Yeah, always nice to see him with his trusty cheerleader there. Clearly an unfair advantage, but seems to work for him as we hear his Mario game playing as he joins.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had the wrong mic. Let me fix that.
All right, now I should be
Bismuth.
quiet, but much better.
Yeah, that is less background noise. Brilliant. Really well done, Bismuth. Congratulations on that. Securing your position in playoffs there and remaining above Feeney for the seeding, which is great news for you. Just wanted to ask you a quick question about the link level that you started with in the second set. Both of you put about 4 minutes of time into that, and then you got lucky with some cheese on the P switch there. But what did you think looking at that level?
That level was deceptively hard. It looked really easy to just do it, but I don't know, something about the on-off blocks, like the one-way platforms, the on-off blocks, like something just didn't click, and I just couldn't do it properly. And
well, you were very lucky with the P switch timer. Ray having to wait for a muncher to activate a bomb.
Yeah. So when I cleared the first section the first time, I saw the P door disappear, and I remember the level had a 19-second record. So I knew I could just get there in time. So I restarted, and then I could do it.
Yeah, we thought maybe that there was a dev door or something, but the way that you cleared it showed that we were wrong. Yeah, there's another level I wanted to talk to you about, was that it looked like it was set up like a typical back and forth speedrun. But you very quickly recognized you needed to bomb through the wall. Was that just a hunch to get through, or did you see the end of the level?
I saw the end, and then I was like, wait, those are all breakable blocks, and there's bombs everywhere. So I just went back and tried to break my way through. It did take me a couple of lives, but yeah, it's just something I was about to go all the way to the left, but like halfway through, I was like, wait, I think I can cheese that.
Yeah, we noticed that made a huge difference, because I believe that Ray's actually skipped that level. He took one look at it and it's like, nope, we're not going to do this one.
I did take one look at it and considered skipping, but I decided to try and go through it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you clearly did. Really, really good job there, winning all 3 sets as well. Is it nice to end your well, obviously you got playoffs, but end the mainstream season on that 3-set win?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm hoping to repeat what I did last year and pull off an upset in the first round. I think I can surprise sometimes. I can have a really good performance out of nowhere, so that's what I'm hoping for next. I haven't checked exactly what the bracket is, but I think I'm gonna be 7th, so I'm gonna be against is it Enviosity?
Yes, Enter, yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't watched him play, so I don't know how good he is, but I see his 9-1 match record, so I'm assuming he's half decent, I guess. So I'm gonna have to,
you could say yes.
So I'm gonna have to pull off an upset there for sure.
Well, with your cheerleading buff, I'm sure you will get through just fine. With that, however, we are going to move on to a brief intermission, show you guys a couple of videos. We will be back very, very shortly with a level between Dimitri and Taransu Shoujo here live on twitch.tv/speedrun. It's been great having you in the booth, Bismuth. Thank you so much for joining us. Really well done, and congratulations.
Congrats.